And I guess we are live. I forgot to load up the drop music again, as I always do, because I'm a dumbass. But let me just go check to make sure everything is going okay. 'Cause I didn't get my notification that I am live here, and I want to make sure I'm broadcasting to the right damn place. Give me 1 second here. And for some reason, all right, yeah, I am live. Awesome. And what the hell? My guest just fucking ghosted. Or it just disappeared. Yes, tonight is going to be an interesting night. My guest was just here, and all of a sudden he is not here. So I don't know where he went at. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe not. Hopefully he'll come back, or I'll be sitting here talking to myself all night. But that is fine. Today is a very interesting day indeed. It feels that we are fighting some type of war here. And here he comes. He's back. My guest tonight is Devin Perkins, who I thought ghosted me, but he is here. Before you get started, I want to do a little shout out. You can join my Patreon crew at patreon.com/John Crump, or you can do a super chat, or you can do a one-time donation through PayPal at paypal.me/John CC. I get a lot of questions, where does this money go? And usually it's never for me. Um, I sponsor Devin's podcast, Trenchwork Chronicles, but that's not where the money goes either. Uh, for now and the foreseeable future, all proceeds that I get through super chats, Patreons, uh, also PayPal's, all that stuff is all going to a 9-year-old cancer patient. So, uh, everything to be for the podcast, and everything for Devin's podcast, and all the other podcasts I sponsor are going to be paid out of my pocket. And every cent that I get from super chats, the PayPal, um, or anything like that is going to be going to a cancer patient. Cancer treatment's really expensive. Experimental treatments are very expensive. It's for a 9-year-old with brain cancer. More on that to come, but I will be doing a 12-hour long fundraising stream a little bit later on. More details to come for that. But let me introduce my guest right now, and that is Devin Perkins. Devin, how are you, my friend? I can't hear you at all. You're not muted. Jump out and jump back in, maybe. Try that. All right. Well, while he's coming back, I want to say hi to Gorilla and Guns. I want to say hi to James. I want to say hi to John Voorhees and everyone else out there. If you could throw a few cents my way through super chats, the PayPal link, or the Patreon, and everything goes to um, a 9-year-old cancer patient who has a pretty aggressive brain cancer. Uh, trying to get I am going to send them to Disney World, the family to Disney World, whether you guys help me or not, but that's beyond the point. Hey, Devin, can you try to say something? I still can't hear you, my friend. Your mic isn't connected. I don't know what's happening with Devin. He'll be back. So while we're waiting on him to get his technical difficulty, he was talking to me. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world. I am prepared. Can't show guns, but I can show that. AK mags, more AK mags, more AR mags, whatever. And also from KAE magazine, this is my Boogaloo mag. Yes, Boogaloo, KAE. They're awesome. If you haven't seen KAE, you should check out their stuff. Their stuff is just amazing. They do really cool cerakoting, and they're one of my favorite cerakoting companies. Them, and also there is another company in Sterling, Virginia, that's called Critical Coating. That's pretty cool as well. And yeah, Kansas City. If you're in Kansas City, definitely go check them out. Or around the country, you can ship them their stuff, and they will ship you your stuff back. That is not a sponsorship. That is just me saying what I am saying. Uh, now
What about now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Fuck.
No, Roger,
My bad.
they didn't ghost you. They've had a lot of setbacks due to COVID-19 and them being shut down. But they
Shit.
are filing up. All right, Devin, how are you doing on Boogtastic evening? I got my Boog magazine, got my Boog rifle ready, and I'm ready for the Boogaloo. I got some questions for you, man.
I got some answers for you.
Do you like snipers?
Ciphers?
Snipers.
Snipers. I mean, yeah.
Do you like
I'm a Buck Doyle fan, so yeah.
Do you like movies?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you like assassins?
Of course. Righteous assassins, yeah.
Do you like Tom Berenger?
I don't know actors' names, but he sounds pretty tough.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I have a new sponsor type thing where they're going to give me a bunch of crap to give away. And anyone who does super chats, PayPal, or anything else, 5 copies of the Sniper movie will go out to them free. If you do a super chat, sign up on my Patreon, send me a PayPal. Remember, all that stuff goes to cancer patients. So none of it's staying here. And I will show you what you get, man. You will get a digital copy of the new Sniper movie that's coming out on the 16th, courtesy of Sony Pictures. Yes, I am working with Sony to give away DVDs or Blu-rays or digital, whatever you want to say.
Like you're working directly with Sony for that?
Correct.
That's dope.
Yeah. So Assassin's End on June 16th. Okay, well, let's get back to talking about the Boog. All right.
Is it a Boog or a Purge?
I'm not really sure, man. At this point, I'm not really sure. I posted some stuff. I've been posting stuff all day and yesterday and stuff like that. And I've been pretty much down the line. I'm not down with the looting and the rioting. Most of it's
Right.
Tifa anyway, not any other group. They're all anarchists. I'm not down with that shit. But I'm also not down with police firing on people who are standing on their porch, or them firing at newscasters, or attacking the guy and arresting him for protesting. I'm not down for curfews.
Question. When you say newscasters, are you referring to the CNN cast that got arrested?
No. There was
okay.
a newscaster, and they were doing the news, and they happened to be fired on with pepper balls.
Oh, okay. I think I know which one you're talking about. It was a guy and a girl.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know which one you're talking about.
I
saw the CNN arrest, and that one looked real orchestrated. I was like, I don't know if I believe this or not.
Yeah,
it almost was. The scene just happened almost too conveniently, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I've been going back and forth with people. Let me show you the pepper balls incident really quick, though. Just give me 1 second. On both sides, which is freaking ridiculous.
The appalling targeting of reporters who are trying.
All right, okay. This is CNN. I don't really like dealing with CNN, but whatever. It is what it is. But let me play this for you, and tell me what your opinion is, because I've been getting a lot of flack from both sides of people. Some people are saying that, oh, you shouldn't be siding
trying to tell
with the
America's story.
protesters, and other
There
people
is
are
so much
saying
that's so
you shouldn't be
wrong
siding
about
with the
this
police. And I'm
situation.
like,
First and
dude, I'm not
foremost,
siding
the
with
video
anyone.
seen
I'm
around the
just
world. The video of
showing.
George Floyd's
So watch
final
this.
minutes alive. It's so wrong that it's hard to see. But it is right that we look. It is right that we bear witness. And it is right to see protesters taking action as a result. But it is wrong to see reporters and photographers and news
All
crews
right, let's
being
see. I'm going to see. Come on, don't give me your freaking. All right, whatever. They're not going to actually do it, but that's one of the reporters that got attacked. She got hit in the face with a freaking pepper roll.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm not down with any of that stuff.
Nah.
And so I'm not down with either side. But yet, it seems like I am catching flack from people on both sides who think I should pick a side and not look at stuff objectively.
I mean,
I side with the protesters.
even if you do look at it objectively, I still think you still end up siding with the protesters, not the looters, like you already articulated, correct?
Correct.
So whoever doesn't side with the protesters, you have your own personal biases that's between you and God.
Yeah.
And unless you honestly want to have that conversation, I really don't have time for you at this point.
But I don't side with the looters or like the rioters.
Right.
And people are like, you have to side with them over the police. It's like, no, I don't. You know, protest all you want. Start burning down houses and okay, when you start burning down houses and looting stores, that's where I draw the line. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
My honest opinion would be that it is as fucked up as it is. Yes, we can all objectively say that looting and the rioting is wrong, but I don't think that is enough to warrant a jumping off of the ship of what the actual message is. Because as much of that as we have seen, we have already now started to see the progression of people coming together. Like I've posted a couple of times of police who decided to take off their helmets, put down the batons, and actually speak to the people that were rioting and were angry with them.
Yeah,
so
I saw that. But
yeah, to me, it's a part of the growing pains. Like if we're gonna get anywhere, like this is a part of reality. Like now there's no veil that's over what the Black struggle in America has been. And now that it's in everybody's face and the police are now willing to actually have the conversation, we can take those steps in the right direction. But for people that decided to just jump ship as soon as they saw shit, get a little bit crazy, to me, that just shows where your dedication was in the first place.
Yeah, but I don't think the rioting has to do with that.
I do. I think it all has to do with it because one, people have been stuck in their houses for like 4 months, panicking about economical issues, panicking about paying bills. Some people panicking about their businesses even coming back, right?
But
on top of that,
rioting though, it's not the young Black people.
What do you mean?
If you look at the riot, a lot of the rioting is being started by anarchist groups.
Right.
So they're co-opting the protest.
I mean, that's a truth of it as well, yeah. But there's definitely places like Atlanta and places like Flint, Michigan that were definitely the Black people.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't, but there's a lot of places. There's a lot of places where people are co-opting the protest. for their own.
Right. And even with that being true, right? I still don't want Antifa to come in and still be the focus and derail what the actual movement and the anger and frustration, the real anger and frustration is. Like, I get that Antifa is coming in, but the protesters themselves are taking upon themselves to get Antifa out of their crowds. So I think we need to acknowledge that more so than acknowledge the fact that Antifa is trying to start it. Yes, they are, but at the same time, protesters are getting them out of the way. They're not accepting it. And that's been since day one when the first video of the guy who started fucking up the AutoZone came out. Immediately, protesters were trying to get him out of the way because they told him they weren't with him. There was another video that came out with the black chick that was telling the white girls to stop spray painting Black Lives Matter everywhere because they're going to blame that vandalism on black people, not the white kids that are going back to the suburbs.
And I don't think the white kids that are going back to the suburbs really care.
No, they don't. Honestly, it's a college project to them. That's all it is.
It's something to be like, hey, look, I'm cool. Look what I did. I'm woke. Like, no, you're not. You're an idiot.
Yo,
you're actually
that word woke has been, oh man.
Yeah, but they
I don't even use that word anymore.
But a lot
I haven't used that word in probably like 5 years.
A lot of people do, and it's just freaking ridiculous. It pisses me off, man. Some of the stuff just pisses me off, and I get really pissed off when people don't believe that there is a middle ground where you can be like, dude, I'm not for the looting, I'm not for the rioting, but I'm not for what happened to George Floyd either.
Right.
Did you see the John Jones video?
When he took the can from the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess when like a guy that gets paid to beat up other people in the ring or in the octagon, you know, I guess you turn over the can. You don't try to fight him.
Nah, that's not. That's probably the last person on earth you want to throw down with.
Yeah, you turn it over and say, "Here you go, Mr. Jones. Sorry."
Right.
He had to walk up and took the can like.
I mean, there was a video of the security guard that snatched the AR out of one of the kids' hands that was taking it out of the police cruiser.
Yeah,
that was kind of funny. But yeah, my favorite one is the one that I posted of the little Antifa kid banging the sidewalk and the protesters tackling him and throwing him to the police like, yo, get him out of here. This is not what we're trying to do.
Yeah, I see Roger Frame out there on Facebook, and Roger Frame and I were both on a list. And that list was a Antifa hit list.
Hit list.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we know what that means now.
It means nothing because when I went up to him with, granted, I was with a bunch of heavily armed people, which probably was the reason why they decided that it was not a good thing to try to act out there.
Right.
They apparently didn't want to talk to me. And Roger's texting me, man, where are they? Where are they? I want to go find them.
Hey, we were trying to find them too.
Yeah.
But
that was back at lobby day. Anybody about listening?
Oh, well.
Okay. I don't want this all to be about the riots and everything else. I want to get into something else that really fascinates me and I don't understand because I'm old. That is TikTok. Which is owned by the Chinese government, by the way.
Look, man, like I already said, people who complain about TikTok and still have Facebook need to look up what LifeLog was supposed to be. All right.
Dude, I don't know what I don't understand. I know it's like a video Instagram, and I understand it. And I've looked at it. I know it's kind of changed. Originally, it was like a music video where you lip sync and whatever. But it kind of changed from there. But I've looked into getting into TikTok and actually have a TikTok. I haven't uploaded anything because I'm in my 40s and I don't want to be ridiculed by the teenagers on TikTok. How did you grow your TikTok crowd? Because you have a pretty sizable following in TikTok. I think that's your biggest social media.
To be honest, I just recycled everything from Instagram and use it on TikTok. And I guess the crowd was a little bit smaller when I jumped in. Like I got in right before like COVID-19 hit and everybody was at home making TikToks again. Like it was probably the last before like the huge wave of TikToks went off. But I was just posting the same information I always post. And one of the videos of Ken Scott talking about your grouping as far as shooting at targets as opposed to in real life, that one went pretty viral. I think it got like 180,000 views and like 20,000 likes or something like that. And that's really it. I was looking for another platform because Instagram was getting pretty saturated and I'm shadow banned in my stories. So I was looking for another platform to jump to.
Instagram shadow bans anybody who has to deal with guns.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, that's Instagram even said it. So I was on a show last week on Hank Stream's show with Chuck Rossi, who was he was in charge of all engineering for Facebook and Instagram, and he's like, yeah, if you have to deal with guns, you're automatically shadow banned. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Crazy.
You're not going to show up on searches or anything. Here's the thing. My TikTok is actually old.
You said it's old?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Never uploaded anything to my TikTok account. But I created a TikTok when I was still at Facebook, and TikTok had like less than 5,000 users.
Damn. So you could have been like one of the first people on TikTok.
Yeah, but when I checked it out back then, it was all lip syncing. And it was all Chinese lip syncing.
To be completely honest, the way I got put on to even like making one was Kevin Richard, Tack Daddy on Instagram, and I think he has a YouTube page too. But he made one, and I saw that he made one, and me and him talk about like social media and like how to gain followings and all that stuff a pretty decent amount. So when I saw him make one, I was like, maybe that is something I should actually look into. So I made one. I started uploading some stuff, and then like boom, everything jumped. Especially all the speeches from the 2A rally. Those really took off. I think one of Kevin Dixie's videos got like 10,000 views. Rob Pincus, his video got like 13,000 views. So, yeah.
You mean
I think I just jumped in at the right time.
Are you talking about the 2A rally in DC?
Yeah.
Are you going to the one that's at the end of October?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I will be because I think it's the same weekend as as Clash Bash. Texas.
Are you going to the that Hesco Zombie Invitational in West Virginia?
I don't know. I actually found the information about that yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. For people that don't know, there's a big zombie shoot in West Virginia. It's like a camp out type thing. You camp out, you shoot zombies. You
glow in the dark zombies.
Glow in the dark zombies. So you're fighting, let's say your AR, you're shooting zombies at night where they're glowing in the dark, which is kind of cool. It's like a 3-gun competition, but with zombies in the nighttime.
Hey, real quick. Can we give a shout out to Antonia and Maj
Yeah,
being on Ground Zero in Minneapolis? They were there. Well, Antonia's been out there. Like, I think she was out there before the actual riot kicked off, wasn't she?
yeah, and she's pregnant too.
Yeah, while pregnant.
Oh,
Pregnant.
I'm not sure if that public or. Well, it is now, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. She made the announcement on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure we got that in because there are two that have been doing phenomenal work. They've been putting it in for forever, especially since the Ahmaud Arbery shooting and how a lot of people were misrepresenting the Second Amendment and what it was and how it's supposed to be used. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that they got their flowers now instead of later.
Yeah, Antonia is a good person. I'm in a meeting with her every Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
and she definitely stands up for what she believes in.
Right.
In the Albury shooting, that was terrible.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean it was terrible. But there is one thing that I don't quite understand, man. And that is, well, I understand it. I was talking to someone about this. The Ahmaud Arbery shooting, there was actually 3 people arrested.
Mm-hmm.
We only see 2 people on the news.
Yeah, I saw the third dude.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he has like a weird bowl cut.
No, I'm just wondering why.
What do you mean?
Why they don't show all 3 people arrested?
I thought I saw the third guy.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I'm just wondering.
but I mean, I would say probably because he was the one recording and they were the ones that actually pursued him and trapped him and then killed him.
All right. Yeah, they were all pursuing him though. But yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Um, when you chase down a guy, I mean, there was no threat of life there.
Right. There's no
And
imminent threat.
yeah, but yeah, it's
And
just really interesting. I mean, that they chose to do that. I was talking to Bill Frady, who hosts Lock and Load Radio, about it, and he was saying how he saw that um, it was terrible.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the third guy does have a weird bowl cut. I never noticed that about him.
Yeah, man. They look rough.
Yeah, they definitely do.
And a lot came out about how like one of the cops or the old McMichael, he was like he wasn't even supposed to be a police officer, or like he lost his credibility or something like that.
Yeah, it's
And supposedly they had a pistol stolen out of their car because they left it unlocked. And that's why they were supposedly armed and trying to pursue him anyways, because they thought that he might have been the person that stole the pistol that the younger one left in his car.
yeah, but still, I mean, you don't chase down someone.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying this is what could have been the reason. Either way, what they did was wrong. Like, that's unquestionable.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is something that I call the sheepdog uh, syndrome, where everybody wants to be a sheepdog even when it's not necessary. There is
Right.
a place to be a sheepdog, and there's a place not to be a sheepdog, and I think we really have to.
I don't think a lot of those people have been put in the position of actually having to be a sheepdog. I don't think a lot of people have faced an actual situation where they might have to pull their weapons on people. And once they go through that, they will quickly understand and realize that it's not a movie scene. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Instagram videos. Like, it's real life, and it's nothing that you really ever want to deal with. You know what I mean? Prepare for the worst, pray for the best. But yeah, from somebody who has been in two defensive shooting and defensive like drawing situations, like, nah, it's nothing fun.
Yeah, Brandon Jomar says violence becomes justified when there's a direct threat. When the direct threat is imminent, don't go seeking violence. I would have
Right.
to agree with him. And they went and assault violence. There was another case that happened where the charges were dropped, but where there was an EMT that was shot by police
Breonna Taylor.
because they raided the wrong house.
Right.
And
Not only did they raid the wrong house, the guy that they were looking for was already in custody. So this was a complete fuck up by the law enforcement. Like, complete fuck up.
yeah. And the thing is, the guy fired on cops because you do a no-knock raid at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they came in and they were in plain clothes.
Right. I don't even know how that is logically, like, how is that even strategically acceptable?
I mean,
We're going to perform a no-knock raid and be in plain clothes. To me, that's asking for a fight. That's like, from the other person's perspective, that's somebody breaking into their house with guns, telling them to get down on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way to de-escalate that situation. Like, to me, there's no other way but shooting that out. And now we've seen how many people? We've seen Breonna Taylor, we've seen Duncan Lem, and I'm forgetting the guy's name from Maryland, the first one. But we're seeing these no-knock raids literally just take people off of the streets. And a lot of times it's the wrong people.
Yeah, Silverback is going to be shooting some windshields tomorrow with guerrilla ammunition. It's funny that he's using guerrilla ammunition in his YouTube channel called Guerrilla and Guns. But yeah, GOA came out with a pretty strong statement condemning the raid and no-knock raids in general.
Right.
Did you happen to see that?
Yeah. I couldn't repeat it to you what it said verbatim, but I read it. Shout out to the GOA. They've been putting in the work. They've been, honestly, the GOA has been in the Black community. Maj is where he's at right now because of the GOA sponsoring his tour. Antonia is out there right now on behalf of the GOA.
Yeah, I think GOA is one of the only, if not the only, Second Amendment group to put out a statement on the raid.
FPC, I'm pretty sure they did.
Maybe they did, but
they didn't.
Maybe they did, but you didn't see like NRA put out a statement or anything like that.
Did we expect them to?
No, but one of the things that really pisses me off one of the reasons why I work with GOA is because a lot of the places talk about, hey, let's get into the minority community. Let's go to let's get the inner city people on, and then they put out like an ad or something, or they hire someone to make some videos, but they don't actually go into those communities. And
right.
The first thing we did is we talked to you, we talked to Maj, we talked to everyone to say, hey, how do we reach out? And then Tonya, and this is how. And like, all right, here's some money, go do it.
And it's been effective.
Because if I go to the inner city and talk about gun rights, it's not going to be effective. I'm not from there.
Right.
It's like, yes, let me talk to you about gun rights in the inner city, and then go back to Ashburn.
Big ass house in Ashburn too.
It doesn't make any sense. Let me go back to my house with the movie theater in it. I mean, it's just not. It's not going to get across.
Nah. Nah, but you know, I remember the first thing that I said when we had those talks was just make sure it's genuine, because Black people were definitely tired of the pandering, and it was doing more damage than it was progress, I guess.
Yeah, but
And
it is genuine.
I'll say GOA answered the call, 100%.
It's very genuine. The Second Amendment is for every community.
Right.
You can't separate communities. It's a right. It's a right that we have in this country.
But mainly, and from my perspective, mainly one of the big things is gun control started here in Virginia based off of discriminating Black people from being able to own guns after the Civil War with Black codes, Jim Crow, all of that, right? So for the GOA to be doing what they're doing while being in, you know, the backyard of slavery, while down the street the NRA isn't doing a motherfucking thing anymore, that's pretty big. And that's why the GOA gets free advertisement on my show every week, because they're the ones doing the work.
Yeah, I mean, GOA is definitely working with GOA. I can definitely say that everyone at GOA are true believers.
And my bad, to add to that, on the inside, GOA has a lot of young minds in there, and I think that is amazing. So to me, they're investing in the right demographics to expand the 2A community to make it look more like what America actually looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're doing a good job at it too.
Yeah, great job.
I mean, we're open to everyone. I mean, like, whenever chief lobbyist on Capitol Hill, he actually was going to be a priest, and now now he's a lobbyist for us, and he says, I used to lobby for God, but now I lobby for guns."
Same thing. Hey, Christians, if you're a Christian, there's no reason for you not to have a gun.
If you're sitting around on a GOA conference call, you're gonna notice it looks like America. You see old people, you see white people, you see young people, you see women, you see Black people, you see everyone. And that's the way it's been built that way, because it's not built that way. Let me say, it's not built that way because we want to say, hey, we need to find a Collier Noir or something.
Hold on. Your boy Brandon Joel Marsh, what he just said, that's basically how me and you met.
What's that? Yeah. Oh, we can get into how we met. I am in the leadership position of another group called 3% United Patriots of Virginia. Yes, Devin is also a member. And Devin heard a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that we've been called. What did that one lady call us? Nazi white supremacist?
Oh, the Van Talks lady. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So Devin decided he wanted to go check out and see what it's all about. So Devin walked in, and he never left.
Yeah. Basically. That's a very good way to put it.
Well, he walked. One of the things Devin have told me is you weren't exactly too sure what you were walking into.
With that meeting?
With 3 Up, yeah.
I mean, I looked y'all up, so I was familiar, but what more importantly, what intrigued me was the message of no compromise, and you guys were, a collective group of armed people, and I was like, okay, I'm not really trying to, seek out like military people and cops. Where are the regular everyday people that do this stuff? So when I was searching, you guys were the first ones that popped up in the area. There was a meeting at the library. One of you 3 Johns responded, and I showed up. And yeah, it was welcome. Everything was open arms.
Mike
Huh?
responded to you. Mike Cummings responded to you. MJ.
Mike, you're right.
Yeah. Nick's out there. Yeah, I met
What up,
Brandon
Nick?
at a machine gun shoot, basically, and a product demonstration down in Florida. And we went to Universal Studios. All on a company dime. All on a company flip all down there. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, and it was like a week later, this crazy lady was like, "Oh, I just found out there's a white supremacist group that meets in Loudoun County." And you responded to her on Twitter, and she basically blocked you. Didn't respond to you.
She didn't respond. That was like the first time I ever had to argue with someone. Well, I didn't even get to argue with her, but yeah, I was like, I mean, these white supremacists you're talking about sponsor my show. So, if you really want to talk about that, you can talk to me about it and we can have that conversation. And she never accepted. She never replied.
Yeah.
I hit her a couple times too. I was like, I'm still waiting for your answer and never got one.
Well, I said, hey, we're not white supremacists. Why don't you come out to a meeting? You can meet us, and you will see that we have people of all races, colors, creeds.
Yeah.
And her response was, "Prove it." And my response is, "Come out to our meeting. We have all races, colors." No, that's not enough proof.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing that happened at the 2A rally in Richmond. If you watch the clip that I was in from NBC, they had a black girl in there from Black Lives Matter who was inside, completely shut off from the outside, right? And she's telling everybody how everybody outside is racist, blah, 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 blah. And I'm outside like, yo, I don't see a racist out here. Like, I think there were a couple over there earlier, but they got kicked out. Yeah. And then that's when I pulled you into the interview, like, yo, here's the sponsor to my show. Like, can y'all cut this out?
Yeah.
It was funny how they tried to pin us like back to back in that clip.
Yeah, a couple of different things. One of the things is the ABC guy asked you if you felt nervous being around all the white people with guns.
Yeah.
Or do you feel nervous when you go out there with all the white people with guns?
Nah, man.
And you're like, no, I feel safer out there. And he's like, but why? They have guns and they're white. Like, what the hell?
I don't think he added that part on like the actual clip.
Oh, really?
Because that's the part when I snapped at him a little bit, right?
Yeah. Cause you're like,
yeah, nah. They didn't put that in the news clip.
Yeah. And then the best part was the Wired guy talking to you. The left-leaning Wired guy.
Left-leaning Wired.
The Wired magazine guy that he was talking to you.
Dog, we did so many interviews that day.
It's a guy that was like, when he asked you, don't you feel nervous being collared around all these people?
Oh, yeah.
And like everyone.
Yes, because it threw me off that he used the word colored. I was like, oh, you're one of these people.
The thing is, he's writes for a left-leaning magazine. He's a left-leaning guy. And yet he used a 1950s term.
Yeah, man.
I remember I was like,
It was wild.
like
I think my favorite one was the one I did with VA 2A News.
yeah.
That segment was pretty cool.
You also spoke to Millennium. What is it?
Millennial Millie.
Millennial Millie.
Yes. Look. Yes. Millie, if you are watching, holla at me. But she holds the mic like right here. That was kind of weird. Like I tried to back up and she like kept the mic was like right here the whole time. But yeah, I met Alex Jones that day.
Yeah, man.
Your homie.
Not my homie. I refuse to work for him.
Well, look, man. I will work for Alex Jones.
Alex Jones ran my article and put my name on it. I'm like, I didn't write this for you. Why did you steal the damn article? Good night, Brandon.
Look, John, I need you to plug me with Alex Jones.
No, I don't know. I never returned. It was like a couple years ago. I told him no.
But now he's like on one knee, so he needs help, man. Like,
this is when he was huge, when he was talking about the gay frogs.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Now that he's been like booted and humbled a little bit, like, look, he needs more black people around him, for sure. And I can help him with that.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going to be Joe Rogan's first guest when he does his Spotify only podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, is it true Joe Rogan's worth like $4 billion now?
I have no idea. He signed a $100 million contract.
How many years was that for?
Like 5 years.
What?
That's a lot of money, man.
That's like NFL quarterback numbers.
It's more than NFL quarterback numbers.
5 years, $100 million. That's $25 million a year.
Yeah. Or 4 years.
Oh, no.
4 years.
$20 million a year.
Yeah, something like that.
That's crazy. Hey, did you hear about the protest that's supposed to be going on in Centerville on Friday?
Where are they going to protest at in Centerville?
I can tell you.
What is the protest in Centerville? Are they going to do the movie theater?
Probably the one that's empty. At
the Coast Guard Exchange?
Centerwood Plaza.
Centerwood Plaza. No, I didn't hear about it.
Main Drive, Centerville, Virginia 20121.
Who's protesting? Centerville, Virginia is in Virginia. We're in the nation.
Spread awareness with Seville protest. I don't know. I'm busy on Friday. I won't be there. If it's any place that I'm good on protesting in, is Centerville. Like, nah.
Huh, interesting. I'm not trying to find anything on it. You don't know the group?
I don't, to be honest. I would assume it's on Facebook somewhere. One of my aunts sent me a text message with like a screenshot.
Interesting. I don't know, man. This whole protesting is. I think it's good to protest. I mean, what do you think of the curfews?
Curfews.
Yeah.
Look, man. I don't even wear a mask. So, no. Fuck a curfew. I'm not a child. You're not going to tell me when to be in and out of my house. Period. Like, if I'm not, no.
I mean, I don't like curfews either. And if someone's going to want to like loot a store, they're not going to be like, oh, I can only loot a store between 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. because of a curfew. That's not going to stop anything. All it's going to do is fan the flames.
Exactly. If the logical thing would be to tell businesses, hey, you guys should probably close early instead of trying to impose a curfew on citizens. That might be a little bit more productive, and they might be able to make that collective decision a lot better than you trying to force people into a curfew. But nah, I'm not for forcing anybody to do shit.
Yeah, Kermit Love Bacon points out the Antifa thing. Brian Wynn says they're basically meaningless, and he's right.
Right.
It just pisses people off. Well, why?
It's like what's his like Northam's mask mandate? Like, I'm not following that.
No. Here's the thing. You're getting into the mask thing. There's been a lot of misinformation around about carrying a gun. A lot of people are saying that it's a felony to carry a gun while wearing a mask. But that's not exactly what the law says. The law in Virginia says it's a felony to wear a mask and carry a gun if your intent is to conceal your identity. So by just wearing a mask and carrying a gun does not mean that you are committing a crime. Oh, I got an article about the bricks coming out. Kermit Loves Bacon. Maybe you know about this. Kermit Loves Bacon brings up the point of the bricks. At sites around the country, big pallets of bricks have been
Just
left. I've been trying my best to figure out who been leaving these bricks. I've contacted companies that would deliver them. Nothing. I looked at construction. Nothing. I've contacted the Home Depots, Lowe's in the area, the local construction supply stores. No uptick in brick sales, no large quantity of bricks being bought, which is weird. I've checked with like people who would deliver them. Nothing. I contacted my law enforcement agency friends and federal law enforcement, and their response was, "We have no leads. If you find something, please let us know."
Whoa. So it's that deep.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Man.
It looks like I do know from plants inside Antifa that it's not even them leaving it. They just found it like someone's left it for 'em. People are saying George Soros, but I haven't found any links to him. It's definitely not linked to his foundation. Uh, Obama tweeted out something about people giving people tools, concrete tools for change. So people are like, oh, he must know about the bricks. I don't think so. I just think it was a bad choice of words. So this brick thing has really got me perplexed.
Me too.
I mean, it's like I checked police reports to see if they were stolen from construction sites. They're not. So they're not bought anywhere. It's like they were already in possession of someone before any of this stuff happened.
So who is your guess?
I'm not really sure. I mean, George Soros is always comes to mind, but I haven't found one. I haven't found one iota of evidence that actually points to him. Uh, Antifa comes to mind, but they're not organized enough to do it. For a nationwide operation, they're not organized enough to do it. And plus, people I've talked to from like John Brown Gun Club and Redneck Revolt, they're like, dude, they're just there. We have no idea. And these are people. I mean, I wouldn't trust them, but I believe them on this. They would if they did it, they would be the first ones to claim responsibility.
Right.
I don't think it's Bloomberg either. John Voorhees says maybe it's Bloomberg. I don't think it's Bloomberg either. But this whole brick thing is just very fucking confusing. Let me throw up my Patreon really quick, fast again. if you want to donate to my Patreon, do a super chat. You can go patreon.com/John Crump, or you can super chat me or paypal.me John CC. All the money goes to a 9-year-old cancer patient. So everything that you have, I don't, everything, all the production costs for this show, the bandwidth, the stuff, all the stuff for your show comes out of my pocket. So all the money that I do raise from the Patreon and stuff goes to cancer patients and stuff like that. So super chats, PayPal, whatever. So you have any idea? Any guesses?
The only thing that honestly comes to mind is what has always gone on through history is that some sort of socialist movement attaches themselves to the black movement and derails the entire message. So to me, I would lean towards Antifa being a little bit more organized than maybe we expected them to be, or whoever's funding them.
Yeah, I think it's someone's pulling the strings. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of bricks, man.
It's a lot of
And
money.
it's not like it wasn't like a small pile of bricks. Like it was a stack of bricks on pallets. Like someone had to deliver that there.
Yeah, it is a lot of money, and it's a lot of organization. It will come out who put the bricks out there, but it has to. I mean, I don't know how they can keep it quiet. Someone had to have seen stuff. There's so many cameras.
Yeah, that's true.
So many cameras. Beth Annie says cameras. That's what I was bringing up. So there has to be cameras. So
No, somebody had to see it. There's no way nobody saw somebody just dropping off a pile of bricks like that. Like, no, I'm not believing that.
especially at multiple locations across the country,
Right.
there has to be. I think it's talcum X.
Now, possibly.
Oh, I'm joking, by the way. Your boy,
Nah.
Great White Hope.
Oh man. If we ever catch him in person, we're gonna have a really good conversation. And I want to make sure you get it on video. What about local masonries?
I contacted local
That's a good one.
masonries, and no,
Really?
yeah, I didn't contact all of them. I contacted like 20 of them though, in different area. Mason, sorry, my Mason Street Mason says he feels it's more than one local faction working at it, and I would definitely agree with that. I think it definitely is more than one local faction.
Yeah.
So what faction is that, and who are they? Man,
Right.
I think it's the deep state.
I mean, that would be a collective effort, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's just really bizarre.
Yeah.
It's a mystery, but I think police are going to be able to figure it out. What I think people, whoever delivered it, is probably delivered on a rider truck or some type of van that's been rented. I think that's probably going to lead to a dead end. Permanently, it's Joe Biden. Joe Biden can't even figure out how to stand in front of a camera on a live stream. I don't think he can figure out how to buy bricks.
Yeah.
It's
over for that guy.
Something.
You really think they're gonna let him run against Trump?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he was doing a live stream and just like walked off, and they're like, basically, you're like, "Where the hell are you going?"
Did he forget that he was like,
You haven't seen that?
nah?
Oh my god!
The last thing I saw, Joe, was Him telling everybody that his sister is the love of his life.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
man.
literally walked off a live stream in the middle of a live stream. Yeah. Um, let me ask you this. For some reason, my computer's locked up. Can you hear me, Devin?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're frozen, but I can hear you.
I do knew what's going on here. I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just gonna leave it.
What happened? Oh. Can I click the comments too? Oh, no, I can't. Word. So it's just me. I guess we'll go to the comments. Perhaps a mix of Antifa and some of the other inside operatives. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's Antifa and the alt-right. I think they've been pushed into a corner. It's like, if we can't beat them, join them. So it's a bunch of radical liberals and soft soy boy liberals together. But yeah, it's that white savior complex. Both of them have. Can't hear you, John. John's gone. I don't know what happened to John. But yeah. You guys can get these shirts at arlife2018.com. I have my own line there, but yeah, you can support me by grabbing one of those. Biden's campaign is paying bail. What do you mean by that? Kermit loves bacon. Can you guys still hear me? I hope so. Almost back. Okay, so John's coming back eventually. Other than that, word. Thank you. Thank you, John. It's my own design. Okay, cool. You guys can still hear me. So yeah, if you guys have any questions in the comment section, you can ask. I'll answer away while John's getting his stuff together. Yes, exactly. Exactly. For the Antifa rioters and the looters that are arrested. Yeah, I mean, if you do a crime, you're gonna get caught. And I don't believe in victimless crimes, but if you're fucking up somebody else's shit, yeah, you're probably gonna catch some hell for that. I think I just saw John pop in and out. There he is. We were talking trash about you. All right, guys, no more comments. Oh, we can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
There you go.
Now I can hear you.
You're probably trying to sell your shirt.
Oh, I definitely was trying to sell my shirt.
Devin tries to sell shirts. All right, now getting back, one more thing I want to talk to you about. What do you think about Joe Biden paying the bail of people that get busted for rioting or looting?
Joe Biden's paying people's bail?
Yes. If you get busted looting or vandalism or destruction of property, he's paying your bail.
How is that allowed?
How is it not allowed? I mean, they got bail. Anyone can pay their bail.
Well, Okay. Good luck. If that's your campaign strategy, I mean, I don't know if I hope he doesn't expect all of those people to show up and actually vote. But sure,
Yeah,
waste your money if you want to. Like, how much money is he gonna lose when a lot of those people jump bail?
I don't know. He said if a black person doesn't vote for them, they're not really black too. So,
Well, I'm gold anyways, so I don't know what the fuck Joe's talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? You saw that, right?
Yeah. That was his nail in the coffin right there. It's over for Joe Biden, man.
I'm just convinced that he's going to make Corn Puff his Secretary of Defense.
Now, my question to you: who is going to be the conservative candidate in 2024? I'm looking way past 2020.
The Rock.
So we're going to keep it up with the entertainers.
It worked.
You think that's your legit candidate?
No, I mean, I don't know. I've thought about this. Ted Cruz it might be Ted Cruz.
I think he gets washed.
Honestly, I wish it would be Rand Paul.
That's what I was gonna say. It should be Rand. Look, fuck no, not Candace Owens. Good Lord, not Candace Owens.
I hope it's not Donald Trump Jr. either.
If it was Rand Paul and Thomas Massey.
Thomas, that would be my dream ticket, but
dog, that would be the best. I think those would be my favorite administration, hands down.
I would quit my job just to campaign for Thomas Massey and Rand Paul. But it's not going to happen. I don't know.
Yes,
I don't think it's
Trey Gowdy's he's my dark horse, but he always says he has no interest in running.
Yeah, he's not going back to politics. He's like, dude, Trey Gowdy did like one term in the House of Representatives, and he's like, I'm out, man.
Yeah, he's like, nah.
Like, that was not for me. Not what I thought it was going to be. Trey Gowdy was like, all right, I want to make a difference. He stood by his principles, and then there's very few people. Thomas Massey, Trey Gowdy, Jim Jordan is another one. Keith Duncan. There's a few of them in there but none of them, besides Rand Paul, have the name recognition or Ted Cruz.
What about Alan West?
I don't think he. I don't think he's gonna run.
I'm just saying, what would you think of that being candidate?
I like Alan West. I've actually talked to him several times.
Word. Good Lord. No. Guys, get away from Candace Owens, please. That is not somebody you guys want to follow.
I'm trying to think. Who would I like to see? Who do I think it will be? Honestly, I don't know.
I don't know. I already saw Crenshaw has thrown his name in there. I think all his social media pages say Crenshaw 2024 already.
It might be. I mean, I don't like Crenshaw on every issue, but
hold on. Do these guys know that Candace Owens has never voted for a conservative president?
I have no idea.
Like, she's been a conservative for like 3 years. Conservative, because she attacks anybody who attacks Trump anyways. So there's that. She's more of a opportunist than an actual conservative. And even with her whole movement, like, if you ask any of them, yo, what other conservative candidates have you guys supported, before or since Trump? They can't give you answers. They'll be like, No one. That's literally what they'll say. Like, they have no answers for you. And then if you give them credible criticism, they're a deer in headlights. It's because, it's bad. It's really bad.
I would like to
No, those are not black conservatives.
I would like to see Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, he's too rich.
No, but I would like to see him just for.
I'd like to see him as a Speaker of the House.
No, I want to see Ben Shapiro because I want to see. I would tune into every freaking debate, whether it's the primary debates or the presidential debates, because
Yeah, Beth. Black people don't like her. Black conservatives don't like Candace Owens.
No.
She's a statist. She's not a conservative.
I think Beth is not saying black people in particular. I think people.
I know, but I'm just letting her know, like, she's not a good representative of black conservatism.
Antonia Okafor is.
Amazing representative.
Do you think?
John, I'm with that. Alex Jones 2024. Kanye West as his VP. Let's do it.
I would love to see Ben Shapiro because I would just love to see the debates.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Shapiro just tearing the hell out of everyone. Like burning scorched earth. Condoleezza Rice is actually pretty good, but I don't think she has any interest in running.
Have you looked at the Libertarian candidate, Joe Jorgensen?
The Libertarians are a joke. I mean, they ran Bill Weld and freaking Gary Johnson last election.
Yeah. I think it's Larry Sharp and Joe Jorgensen this time. And it's going to be a wash.
Yeah. I actually like Ben Carson.
So do I. He's not made for the camera.
No, but I like how like the Democrats try to, Ben Carson's stupid. It's like the dude is a world famous brain surgeon.
Right. Yeah. It's
like he's not stupid.
Yeah. No.
When people say, "Hey, you're not a brain surgeon," he actually is not only a brain surgeon, but one of the best who've ever lived.
Yes, that was the one person I made sure I took a picture with when I went to the White House. For sure.
Yeah. Miriam and my wife and I went and saw him speak. Yeah. He was pretty amazing. All right, man. Well, we've been on for over an hour, and we've got a lot of good comments on Facebook and YouTube. So let me go ahead and just do this. If you want to join the conversation on YouTube, you can at John Crump 2. And remember, patreon.com/John Crump. One-time donation, paypal.me/JohnCC, or you can do a super chat if you're on Facebook. And remember, none of the money actually goes to me. It's all going to go to helping a family out in need. But let me hand it over to you. Also, by the way, follow me on. Let me just do my final plugs, and I'll give you the final word. Follow me on Real John Carp on Facebook and Instagram. Put that up. If you want to join GOA, you can do it for 25% off at gunowners.org/black-swan-media.
I didn't know we had that.
Yeah, 25% off, man. If you're in Virginia,
I'm gonna have to put that in the descriptions for the show.
For GOA. Facebook.com/group/GOA-Virginia. And use code Liberty for 10% off your order at Black Swan Tactical. We have some really cool zombie pandemic shirts. Yeah, Beth is planning for the family. She knows who it is. I'm going to be doing a live stream marathon raising money. I'm going to have some pretty big live streamers come in, YouTubers from the gun world, and also some pretty big YouTubers from outside the gun world who will be really recognizable. Yeah, because they make a lot of money. on YouTube. And they give away a lot of money on YouTube. But more to come. And remember, Sony Pictures is giving away. We're going to be giving away 5 free passes on my for Patreons. Anyone super chats does PayPal for the awesome movie that's coming out on June 15th. I've seen it. It is awesome. Snipers Assassin by Sony. And it was going to be released in theaters, but that now it's going to be released directly to streaming.
Dope.
And on the marathon live stream, we're going to be giving away more copies of that movie, courtesy of Sony Pictures. There it is. I want to thank you, Devin, for being on the show. I want to thank you for being a part of the Black Swan Media family, and tell people how they can find you and follow you and all that good stuff. And you can find them on TikTok, which I'm too old to understand or use. Well, I understand. I just don't use it because I'm too old. People got to make fun of me.
Follow me on. For real, you can Google me now. If you Google Trenchwork Chronicles, I'm the only one that pops up. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, yeah, YouTube, and I think I just started all media, all social. I'm on all social now too.
Don't start an OnlyFans.
Oh, that's definitely coming. It's definitely coming.
OnlyFans.
I'm about to start stripping, John, for sure.
Dude, I don't understand that. It's like these people who aren't like.
Oh, I have no idea either. I just said that. But yeah,
it's like these YouTubers, these big YouTubers are going, "Hey, I'll give you 60 pictures if you join my OnlyFans," and they're not like that type of YouTubers. They're like regular YouTubers. It's just really bizarre. YouTubers' girlfriends and so I don't get it, man. And remember, live mode.
There you go.
And remember, the Boogaloo. It says Boogaloo. Don't show that. Don't show that, man. You're gonna give it. No, seriously.
Really?
Yeah, the algorithm will pick it up in the live stream.
Oh, my bad.
It's cool. It's cool. We're over anyway.
All right. I'll let you later on, John.
All right, man. Just hold on for 1 second. Play the outro if we're still live, and then I'm gonna take off and get out of here. Have a good night, and see you later on this week.